Hey, 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 start winding up now. Hey, 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 start winding up now. Don't care if I whine on you, how will you start whining back? When the music start to flow, make sure your waistline intact now. Don't care if I whine on you.
Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Creative Diversity of Trinidad and Tobago. I am Leston Paul, creator, founder and blogger of Creative Diversity of Trinidad and Tobago. This afternoon I have the privilege of actually interviewing one of off-Broadway, yet local Trini-born actress and actor, if you may call her, Stacy Clarke with us, right? So Stacy, welcome.
Thank you.
And how are you doing today?
I'm fine.
You're fine. Okay,
Yes.
and how is this weather these days?
Oh gosh, it's really hot, but then sometimes it's raining, so I have to switch shoes accordingly.
I think all of us have to do that, right?
Yes.
But I think the rain these days is much better right now than the sun.
The
The sun.
heat.
Yes, this is very much hot inside of here. It's like,
Yes.
even though I'm wearing this, I know this might look weird that I'm wearing long sleeve, and you know, like, but it's hot when you're wearing long sleeve. But I find it's much more comfortable, and you don't
Yes.
feel so heated because it's
Exactly, yep.
the short sleeve.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Yes.
get burned up all over.
Yes,
all
yes,
over.
yes, yes,
Oh
yes.
my god. So I'm trying to get to know who Stacy is, and I know everybody want to know who Stacy Clarke is. Probably you've seen her in some different shows away, probably, and you've probably seen her in some local films in Trinidad and Tobago, but you don't know who this person is. Well, we have the opportunity of asking her all these different questions, and I'm gonna do that just for you, right? So, Stacy, as I was reading, I realized that you've done some of your studies out of Trinidad and Tobago,
Yes.
right? I know you, on your webpage it says that you've done your bachelor's.
Yes.
Is it theatre or is it film?
Actually, it was theater, specifically professional drama.
Professional drama. And that was in the United States?
Yes, that was actually in South Carolina, South Carolina State University. So it was a wonderful experience,
Yes.
and of course, it had its differences from studying in the Caribbean itself.
Yes.
Yes.
And you found the experience there was much more, much better than studying here because there was more technical. What I'm trying to ask is, was it much better experience as a student to actually study abroad than to study local? Because I know UE has a program,
Yes.
but it is not so highly recognized as many of our other.
The thing is, I really wanted to study theatre in the US specifically because I wanted to see what sort of competition was out there
Yeah.
on an international level.
Yeah.
But that is not to say I would ever discredit the work or minimize the work done by places such as UE
Yes.
or UTT
Yeah.
that is here now. But I really wanted to see on an international scene what it was like to actually compete against sometimes hundreds of other people for an audition for one spot or for 10 spots.
Yeah.
So it did have its advantages.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I came back to Trinidad, I felt that I had to start all over again in a small sense because some of the literature, some of the plays, some of the things with our culture, I had to get back into the groove with everything.
Yeah.
So it was great there.
Yes.
It's also great here, and I think having the combined experience really was a plus for me.
It was a plus for you because
Yes.
the thing about it is that you would have had the theory there,
Yes.
and then when you come here, you had to change the basic culture because there's two different cultures.
Yes.
Right. So
Yes.
there you would have learned how to probably because I know for a fact US the way that they speak, the way that they move, their scripts are different from us.
Yes.
We like. In Trinidad, as I could say this probably boldly, we like a bacchanal. We like
Yes,
a bacchanal scene, right?
exactly.
And a little scandal.
Yes, yes, because the types of scripts, the thing is, I went to what they call an HBCU, a
Yeah.
historically black college or university.
Yeah.
So the emphasis was placed on black playwrights.
Yeah.
So plays such as A Raisin in the Sun or For Colored Girls, it's a very, very long
Yes.
title, who I've committed to it, so I went to read was enough. That was the kind of plays that we were really exposed to primarily. Of course, when you're in Trinidad, which is great, you're looking at possibly more Caribbean playwrights,
Yes.
different themes, different concerns, that sort of thing. But it really was a wonderful experience.
Wonderful experience.
Yes.
Oh, that's
it
good.
was.
That's good. So guys, you see, she have been to university away. She have actually learned their scripts away. She've learned to combine our culture, Trinidad and Tobago. Come back home, and she's doing very good, doing some local films as well, right? So we want to get some more more from her, right? Tell me this. I know you said you did off-Broadway, right?
Yes.
A lot of people want to know what off-Broadway,
What is
because I
off-Broadway?
didn't really know what off-Broadway was until I actually went and did my research, right? So I wanted you to explain to me what off-Broadway is and what role did you play?
Okay. Off-Broadway, in a true sense, is both referring to, technically, first of all, where the theatre itself is located.
Yes.
Because on Broadway is actually named of a very, very long street.
Yes.
And you'll see many, many theatres located there. Off-Broadway technically would not be on that same area as Broadway. So it refers to a location, but it also refers to a type or style of theatre.
Okay.
So whereas on Broadway you are looking at very, very big productions, large budgets,
Yeah.
the type of theatre also tends to be musicals.
Yes.
Off-Broadway can be almost, I would think, any style of theatre.
Okay.
So non-musicals, although I think it's quite possible that you can see a musical on off-Broadway.
Yes.
And also, as was pointed out earlier, the size of the theatres,
Yes.
it tends to be much more of an intimate setting.
Okay.
So in a sense, off-Broadway can sometimes be a test piece for if your show can make it onto Broadway, but it's also a way where different styles of theatre can be explored.
Okay, I understand that. So you guys understand what off-Broadway is, right? Because I came with an intention, it's like, okay, she's been off-Broadway, so therefore I can get her to actually sing a little piece from probably Mamma Mia, my favorite, or something.
Unfortunately, singing is not my forte, so I think in a sense off-Broadway really was the, the highlight for me. But it really was, not to sound corny, was my dream come true.
Okay.
Because studying theatre, that was something, you look at professional actors and you say, wow, I really want to be there.
Exactly.
So the opportunity came across, and I actually had worked with a wonderful director named Nigel Bartu.
Okay.
And the play was called Too Late.
Yes.
And the role I had was unlike any other kind of role. It was a very quirky character named Free. So that when I saw Free, I was like, wow, this is because she was very bohemian.
Yes.
Her hair was very different. She had, Bantu knots. The way she was speaking, it was unlike me. So I really had to find that character,
Yes.
and I totally loved it.
So you had to come out of actually your comfort zone.
Yes.
And that's, oh
I
wow.
did.
That's really
So
cool.
It was wonderful. Yes.
Yeah, oh my, I could understand that because I remember doing some plays before and had to come out of my comfort zone. I became a tourist. Actually, Penelope, I did a course with her, and
Okay.
she allowed me to be this tourist. And I'm not a person well known for shouting and screaming, and I had to
Yes.
scream and shout, and that was like, oh my god, this is like a sin I'm being committed here for me personally.
Yes.
But it was really cool, and then I played a little short part of that Garson. I don't know if you know Norman, is that you?
Yes.
And I had to be the
yes.
flamboyant Garson, and
Yes.
it was really fun. I
Yes.
really enjoyed that because it's something that, you're not in our society. You don't find a lot of flamboyant people who can be able to portray that in
Yes.
the open. And I had to do that, and I was like, okay, how am I going to do it? And it was really
Yeah,
cool.
and I think probably, that's one of the best parts about being in drama acting. You get to be someone other than your own self.
Yes.
So if you're tired of being, Stacy for a day, you're tired of being Paul
Yes.
for a day. This is your chance to be that sort of character that you always wanted to be, but you would never be in real life.
Exactly.
Yes.
The first person that I did acting with was actually a woman called Sonia Yard. She's well known in the Caribbean. Well, actually in Guyana, she's well known. And she told me this once, and I've always looked up to her. She said, acting is character, and character is observation. And
Yes.
I remember that since I was 11 years of age. She
Yes.
told me that when I was 11, and from then I kept that behind my head. And I remember that all the time, that you always have to become that different person when you're acting.
Yes.
And, sometimes you may not get a role that you're comfortable with, but you have to step out of that comfort zone, and that's so true.
Yes,
You know?
yes.
So we really want to move on to other questions and ask her, right? Stacy Clarke, we have this amazing Stacy Clarke, beautiful woman
Thank you so
from
much.
Trinidad soil, right?
Thank
so we want
you.
to know, where in Trinidad are you from?
I'm actually from Chaguanas. I've lived there my entire life, apart from studying abroad.
Oh wow!
And so yeah, good old Chaguanas.
Pick up the Chaguanas people
Yes.
right now.
yes. Main road, everyone. Chaguanas.
Okay,
yes.
main road people, you know yourself, right?
Yes. So
nice. Okay.
being from Chaguanas, though, I also kind of consider myself a town girl because particularly for drama theatre, I've always been coming into Port of Spain for something or the other to do
Yes.
with drama.
Okay.
I actually started off in drama when I was 13 years
13.
old, a few short years ago.
Yes.
Just kidding. And
Okay, yeah, just a short few years ago, right? We're not gonna ask her age, right? Because
right. So, initially when I started theatre, I went to Trinidad Theatre Workshop.
Yes.
And that was when it was located sort of opposite to the Red House in an old fire station.
Yes.
And then in high school, plays, whenever we had plays as part of the curriculum, that was my highlight.
Yes.
And I think it was probably in school that I really got a further love for drama.
Yes.
So again, coming into Port of Spain all those years, and then now I teach. I actually, of course, I'm a drama teacher now
Yes.
by profession. It's my main job. And I'm back in Port of Spain again. So Shogunas, yes, I love you, of course, completely, but I'm also kind of a tongue.
She's a tongue girl, right? Understand? As a tongue, people support her very much,
Yes,
right?
yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago, actually, you need to support our local people, right? Support Stacy Clarke. And is there any way that people can follow you and see your work?
Yes, well, I have a website.
Yes.
It's www.triniactress.com, and I'm also on Twitter at Triniactress.
Okay, so you hear that? Trini Actress for Twitter, and www.triniactress.com is her webpage. So you can look for her, you can follow her, you can send her a lot of messages and ask her all different things if you wanna
Yes.
find out more about Broadway and how you can get onto off Broadway, and if you wanna study abroad. I think she's the best person you can ask questions, because right now she is a drama teacher.
Yes.
Good. And how long have you been a drama teacher?
I've actually been a drama teacher now for 8 years.
8 years.
And I love it.
Oh wow, you see, 8 years.
8 years. So it was the first time I got to work full time doing what I love.
Yeah.
So because I've met many great actors over the years, and because I think the field is so difficult financially, they've had to leave drama altogether and
Yes.
go and work somewhere else, because at the end of the day they had to pay bills.
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful that I did not have to do that.
Yeah.
I got to stay within my profession.
Exactly.
Yes.
But even in Trinidad and Tobago, it's so hard to be a full-time actor
It is.
and be able to pay your own bills and be
It
able to
is,
have a
it
good
is.
life,
I
right?
think that's one of the major challenges. Normally, even if you're very talented, if you tell people, okay, I want to do drama, theatre, performing arts, the first question, how are you going to make money? How are you going to survive? And those are, of course, valid questions. So we have to sort of find a way to make it work.
Yes. So therefore, we have to make a difference in Trinidad because we have so many talented people.
Yes.
We have a lot of singers, our soca music, we have
Yes.
our carnival, we have
Yes.
Steel Pan, which was created right here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes.
And we have our local actors and actresses, just like Stacy Clarke. And we think we need to start having our own Trini-hood or Trini Hollywood,
Yes.
right? So
Yes.
therefore, we can start making our own movie and start supporting these people by,
Yes.
so that we can have more local shows, local movies, local stuff
I think
going on,
so,
right? Productions
because-
in
yeah.
Trinidad and Tobago.
I mean, I feel that we have made some great strides in the last few years. At the time when I started, I almost didn't know anyone that was really interested in things like that.
Yes.
Now I think we have a lot more options, but at the same time, we still have a long way to go.
Exactly. So you're hearing that directly from Stacy, right? And Stacy is very much involved in the theatre. She's been teaching it. So we're gonna ask her a few questions again before we close it off, because she had taken some time off to actually give us this interview, and I'm very much privileged to have her here, right? So tell her, did you come from a big family? Are you the only child? Do you have any more siblings?
But actually, I came from a very small immediate family. It's just my sister and I. She's a completely different field. She's a nurse.
Oh wow.
But yeah, I've always had, very fortunately, very, very supportive parents
Yes.
for any of the creative things I wanted to do. And I think that's a big plus as well for
Yes.
people who are interested in performing. Having the support of your parents or your relatives, your loved ones, or
Yes.
whoever you're dating, it makes a big difference.
Yes, exactly, because at least you have that help to actually, when you want to pursue something, if you
Yes.
have this help later, read your scripts and stuff,
Yes.
somebody's there to actually go with you
Exactly.
and able to understand as well.
Exactly.
You know what you're doing,
Exactly.
and that's very much important. So parents, if you're listening this and your child or even probably your sister or somebody is actually want to be an actor and actress or in the art field, you need to support them, right?
Yeah. yes, because it makes a difference. The field is already difficult, and when you get that extra push, that
Yeah.
extra support, you tell yourself, okay, let me try this again,
Yes.
and it helps you.
That's good.
Yes.
So, is there anybody that you've actually looked up to over the years that in the acting field in Trinidad and Tobago, actually in production or anything, or you want to work with?
Yes and yes. I was fortunate that in the past, especially at Trinidad Theatre Workshop, and also when I joined the Strolling Players, I met a number of great people. The late John Isaacs, who was a member of Free Canal,
Yes.
who was one of my tutors. And then just a lot of other predicates in particular. He was an excellent drama teacher slash playwright. So I was very fortunate in that I got a lot of good influences in the past.
Yes.
And in the future, again, there's so many talented people out there. My dream would be to do a Free Canal production
Okay.
because I've always admired their style of work. And then one of my very best friends, Ria Ali, happens to be an actress as well. So if I got to work with her, that would also be great. But really, anyone that loves drama, that enjoys theatre, that's trying to make a difference, I'm open to working.
You're open to working out. Lovely.
Yes.
So everybody here in the Tricanal, if you're listening this, right? Stacy
Yes,
is here,
please.
right? Exactly.
Can I audition for you?
Yes, she's willing to interview for you guys. She
Yes.
want to do an audition as well,
Yes.
so you guys can recruit her,
Yes,
right?
yes.
All right. So I want to ask this, right? Is there any little secret that you want to share with me or anything like that? And with my viewers.
Oh boy, you're big.
All right, I'm gonna make it comfortable with you, right? A secret that I probably have. Any secret that I have that I want to share?
Yes. You have a secret.
Okay. There's something about small of ice, right?
Uh-huh.
That I really like.
Smirnoff Ice is really good.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's
yes.
something about it. I don't know.
And then
There's only
there's
alcohol.
like different flavors. I think the black one.
Yeah, the black.
Black is really good.
Black, but I find black is dry.
Oh, okay.
Not bashing Small of Ice, because you guys could be a sponsor very much soon.
Oh, yes.
When we become famous for one of our shows. Right? We're not bashing, we like Small of Ice very much. So big up to all Small of Ice people.
Yes, yes.
And the importers or exporters or whoever it is.
Yes, yes,
Right?
yes.
So let's hear what is her secret.
Okay, so my secret would be, oh boy, this is a, my secret is I cannot drive. Yeah, I'm working on it. I have a
Okay.
phobia of driving. So, and there was one time when I actually had to do a driving scene in a film and it was very stressful and the director in the backseat was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. So, I cannot drive, y'all. I have been to Off-Broadway, but I cannot drive.
We cannot. Okay. Well, you see, that's her secret, right? Thank you so much for sharing that secret.
Yes.
That's probably so tough to actually come and tell us.
It is. You
But-
see cars going by.
You know, but that's fine, right? Because you know what? Only recently I got my driver's license.
Okay.
Right? Which was like about 2 years ago.
Alright, alright.
I was just probably like you scared and I didn't know what to do, and it took me like about 2 years before I actually get it. So I started. I went for my my what do you call that? The regulations.
Okay, right,
Yeah.
regulations,
And
yes.
then when I went for my regulations, I actually started the driving exam and everything, and I started practicing. I was so afraid that I stayed away for 6 months, then I started back, then I stayed away, and then the last year I decided, you know what, I'm going to spend this entire year learning, and every week I
Right.
went. And after that, my lecturer actually showed me how to actually use the car and become my own, and I became the boss of the car. And,
Oh my
and you know,
gosh,
yeah, and
okay.
it was really fun. And after that, I actually learned how to maneuver
Okay,
myself.
okay,
So
so-
it was experience. So I
So
think,
I'm working on that. So
yeah.
yes.
Okay, yeah. So we have to wrap up here very much soon, right? So is there any advice you want to give to young people?
Young people, pursue your dreams, and once you decide to pursue your dream, work out a plan of action on how you're going to achieve this dream. If it's with drama, performing arts, if it's a completely different field, once you set your sights on a goal, work your very best to attain it, because it's your life at the end of the day and you have to do what makes you happy.
Okay, that's a very good advice, right? I even taken some of that for myself, right? Because I need to pursue a lot of different things, and I will take that, right? So, guys, you heard from Stacy herself, right? And we're very much grateful for having her, right, today. Thank you so much, Stacy, and we look forward to seeing many other productions from you. And you guys can follow her. Remember, I give you her website. I'm going to give you it again: www.triniactress.com,
Yes.
or you can follow her on Twitter at Trini.
At Trinidad.
Trini Actress on
Yes.
Twitter, right? So follow her, send her messages, and you can ask her anything that you want to ask her. Don't stalk her, please. her husband or boyfriend or fiance or whoever.
Yes,
it
yes,
is.
husband, yeah.
Yes, her husband.
Yeah, don't stalk him.
Yes, he will probably be very much disappointed. Yes, so she's not single, right? So you can't ask her those kind of ridiculous questions. Probably ask her about how life is in general.
Yes, life,
Right?
drama,
So
yes.
thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing more from her. And you guys look out for more updates from her. I'll probably update her in more episodes to come, right? So thank you again, and for now we'll say bye.